Hey, guys. I wanted to jump on here, give you guys another prophetic update, another prophetic confirmation. So many of you guys know that I have been sharing prophetic words from various trusted prophets for over a year now in our ministry. Well, I mean, goodness, forgive me, for many years, 10 years. However, um, as of late, over the past few years, in fact, when it was, I think 2021, I shared a prophetic word from Prophet Charlie Shamp about, the troubling times that are ahead. And, but really about last year, started getting serious in instructing our ministry to begin doing practical preparation steps. We've had classes on EMP protection, various things that we can do to protect from EMP attacks and stuff like that. The reason is because all these things were prophesied. The video that I did yesterday with Brendan Biggs prophesying about the attempted assassination with the bullet whizzing by Trump's right ear, the exact ear that that got pierced. I mean, come on. So the point is God is confirming the national prophetic words and international prophetic words that God has been speaking. Now, today, I'm doing a video to show you another confirmation, okay? To share with you guys. Now, this is another prophet that I have been following. This is Joseph Z. I've talked a lot about some of his stuff in my recent videos, but not yesterday's. Maybe I did. But let me play this for you guys because he prophesied. Watch this.
Is coming in a tremendous way.
They want to do this to this man.
They want to do this to this man, and he circled JFK. And he's talking about number 45. That's why he wrote it. He draws a lot of things out because he doesn't want to get flagged on social media by the AI that crawls and tries to shadow ban. You guys know what shadow banning is when they limit your audience with, it's one of the most effective ways to downsize your influence when, you're sharing things that, of course, Big Brother doesn't want you to see.
That's what they want to do. I'm telling you right now, there's a spirit afoot with this. There's other nations that they will blame if they can cause this to happen.
Do you see this? He just wrote this country that they will blame if they can cause this to happen, okay? This is what was just released last night.
You're seeing this, and this is where you begin to realize they're actually...
So, this is what I wanted to say. Yesterday, okay, they just came out with information. The Secret Service just released this intel, okay, that they said that they got that caused them to increase security concerning President Trump at his rally. They got word that that country that you just saw was planning to try to assassinate him. And this prophet, okay, months ago prophesied, years ago. This was August 18th of 2022. He prophesied that that when this occurred, that when they would try to attempt to assassinate President Trump, that they would try to blame Iran. And that's exactly what happened last night. My gosh, this is unreal. This is unreal. Watch this. I'm sharing this with you now. One more. Let's see. No. Boy, this is different on a different browser. Give me 1 second. I'm having to use a different browser because this software is not working. Here we go. All right. I just searched Iran Secret Service. Look at this. Secret Service ramped up security after intel on Iranian plot to try to assassinate Donald Trump. 24 hours ago on CNN. Okay, U.S. Secret Service revealed intel on Iranian plot 10 hours ago. Trump's Secret Service increases protection due to Iran threat. Guys, you have to understand that this is the Secret Service that is announcing the intel or alleged intel that Iran, that they got this intel prior to the assassination attempt, because this prophet prophesied back in 2022 that they would try to blame it on Iran. Guys, the corruption at the highest levels in this country is being exposed and being revealed. I did a video on this last night. I'm sorry, I did this in our teaching at our Tuesday night class. And I did a video on this yesterday. There is so much that is being exposed right now. It is like the Lord is allowing the enemy to just slop all over himself. Every move that he makes is so bad and so sloppy that it's actually giving up the goat, so to speak. It is literally giving up the goat. And so I'm telling you this because I want you to understand, number one, that I've been trying to encourage my audience to follow the prophets, because when we don't, or when we drop the ball on the prophets, meaning when Trump didn't get elected in 2020, like many said the prophets stated, listen, the prophets were just hearing from God that Trump was going to be reelected. They did not, they might have even falsely interpreted that to be 2020. However, Brandon Biggs, in the Trump prophecy about getting the bullets whizzing by his ear in an assassination attempt, his right ear nonetheless, he also said that Trump would be reelected, and that when he was reelected, this would be the coming economic collapse that would be planned. Apostle Giles has said that we have 6 months of intense preparation. The reason I'm sharing this with you guys is because I know that my audience is mixed up of a bunch of people. We have traditionally been a deliverance ministry for many years. And in that, you get a lot of people who don't really even believe in the gifts of the Spirit other than deliverance, ironically. And they think that all prophets are false, all these different things. Guys, at the end of the day, I'm here to tell you that I have been sharing this stuff. I had even a relationship broken over this stuff recently, where even a minister in our network basically left because of a doctrinal dispute over this stuff. And my point is that at some point, the skeptic has to yield to the confirmation. This guy prophesied this in August of 2022, that they would attempt to assassinate President Trump and that they would try to then blame it on Iran. They attempted to assassinate President Trump, and then just yesterday, this intel came out from the corrupt Secret Service where they're trying to blame it on Iran. They're saying they had this alleged intel prior to, and that's why they stepped up security. one of our ministers said last night, if that was stepped up security of Secret Service, I would hate to see what regular Secret Service protection would look like. And my point is, guys, is like, you don't have to be a rocket scientist at this time and in this season to see what God is speaking, what God is saying. However, he did say in his word that even if a man is raised from the dead, some people still would not believe. And so that is figuratively speaking. I know he was being very specific, talking about when he was risen from the dead. However, it can be just about anything. Jesus walked around slapping ears back on people that were cut off with swords, and they still didn't trust in the word that he brought forth. My point is that you can operate in some of the most incredible supernatural confirmations from God that should shatter the carnal mind. However, too many people allow their carnal mind to speak over the word of God. And I'm here to tell you that the reason I'm pointing to the prophets is because they are not just saying these things that have already been confirmed. These confirmations should bring you to the other things that they're saying, which is we are about to be in a incredible, challenging time in our country. The US dollar is going to crash. It was prophesied. Chris Reed, who also prophesied Trump's attempted assassination, he said that he saw the dollar being cut into thirds. Brandon Biggs, who prophesied the bullet going by Trump's right ear, he said that that they would forcefully crash the U.S. dollar because Trump was reelected. Now, people who don't understand that politically, these evil people are trying to maintain office. And one of the ways that they can do that is if they can't get into office through their means, then they will do whatever they can to reserve that next position to get in office through their means. And what I mean by that is if you destroy the economy during a presidential reign, the odds or statistics of that president being reelected are slim to none. And they knew this, and that's why they did what they did in 2020. They arrested the economy. And you have to understand that that's their agenda, because if they can disrupt the economy in a very negative way during a sitting president, they can almost assure for themselves that they do not get reelected, and that will give them a better chance to get in office where they can do all their evil stuff. And so that's what Brandon Biggs prophesied in with the prophecy that it went by his ear. He also said, his right ear, that he would be reelected, that all the court proceedings would come to an end by the end of summer, I believe August, he said, and that he would become reelected. And then in the process that they would do a planned crashing of the US dollar. And he also said that the coming times are going to be worse than the Great Depression, guys. And Apostle Giles, again, he prophesied on Sid. He was on Sid Roth, wrote a book about the next 10 years. And he said, we're going to be going to war. He says, we're going to be in a very economic downturn. The US dollar is going to crash. Crypto is going to go up, all these different things. Guys, I'm pointing you to what the Spirit of the Lord is saying through his trusted prophets. And in doing that, we have established some practical means to help people to begin to prepare. And so you can do this. Okay? You can text us. All right? There is 2 opportunities that you can do. Okay? One of the things that we're doing is we're teaching people how to get into crypto. Why? Because crypto is going to go through the roof. God has strategically put me in this position. I don't know if you caught wind, but Apostle Bo Salisbury, had a prophetic dream the other day. Do you know Bo and I never talk? Never. I met him at a Ryan Lestrange conference years ago. We were friends on Facebook. We might have liked each other's posts, 5 times in the past 10 years. I don't know. I mean, nothing, just non-existent conversation. And God gave him a dream, and he posted it on Facebook. And it said, God is showing me that he's raising up kingdom entrepreneurs that are gifted in various sectors, that he's putting in charge over those sectors in order to fund the kingdom. And he messaged me. He private messaged me, and he says, you were one of the ones in my dream. And he said, you were over the crypto sector. And he says, I saw these people underneath you, and they were over different things like Bitcoin and stuff like that. And he says, you were one of the ones in my dream. Now I'm already walking out my calling right now in this endeavor. And I'm teaching people through educational purposes only. Okay, this is for informational. I'm not a financial advisor. I've even built a course to teach people how to learn how to buy their first crypto, how to learn how to get to know your coins, how to learn how to send and receive crypto, how to learn the difference between a private and decentralized wallet versus a centralized wallet, how to, how not to get scammed in crypto, all these different things. And so I put this course together in order to equip people. No different than you teach people how to write a check. No different than you teach people how to, balance their bank account. No different than it's educational and informational purposes only. However, we're also doing some big things that God is strategically placing us in order to prepare and equip people. So all you got to do is text that number. In addition, if you want to get on our end times preparation list, you just got to simply text these keywords. That's it. Same phone number, different keywords, end times and crypto. One word. You don't make that 2 words. It's got to trigger the sequence. It's an automated sequence. And we're teaching people practical things that they can do, because there are prophetic words that the coming times there's going to be in this economic collapse. God is going to be providing food supernaturally for some people, guys. That there's going to be food shortages, that there's going to be water shortages. There's water contaminations. Apostle Giles said that we're going to even learn that our water's already been contaminated. Different things like this. And so the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm pointing people to the information, of the confirmation of the prophetic. And then, of course, Apostle Giles said we have 6 months of intense preparation in the body of Christ. And that if we are not, or that he said that the Spirit of the Lord spoke to him and said, my people are not prepared for what is coming. My people are not prepared. And he says, we are in a time of 6 months intense preparation. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to empower you and equip you and to call you forth into preparation. At the same time, we've been teaching people practical things such as how to buy canned food at surplus grocery stores and different things like that. Stock up on such content. All right. That being said, guys, I gave you this confirmation that this prophet prophesied this in 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, at some point, you've got to catch wind of the message. Take care and God bless.